that it's going to be all good. Or you go to the Lord, and now your life is hunky-dory. No. It says if you suffer as a Christian, that means what? You're going to suffer regardless, but at least you're suffering, you know what I'm saying? You're suffering for a good reason. Just like if an army go to war to defend its country, or you go to war for a kilo, you know what I'm saying? You might get shot, you can get shot in both cases, but at least you got shot defending your country compared to you getting shot in a drug war. It'll be pointless. You see what I'm saying? Or you getting shot to, take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? Somebody breaking your house, they hit you one time in the body and you drop them. Or you in the drug war, they shoot you one time in the body and you drop them. It's two different, it's the same, you suffering the same, but the reason why you suffer is different. It's honorable to suffer for the Most High, man. Which means we're going to suffer regardless, man. Like, that's, at least we suffer for the Most High. And what makes it more beautiful is that nobody believes us. It's like, it looked like a vain act that we're doing. We out here, like, we could be doing many things in the world, looking all kind of ways, get all kind of opportunities. But here it is, we're suffering for, according to the 2/3 and the heathens and non-believers, we're suffering for an imaginary person that you can't see. But that's why the Most High deal with faith so much, man. Because we're suffering, and we got so much faith in the Most High that we're gonna walk that path, with all these options to not do it. But that's how He built us, You go ahead. Thomas, he told Thomas that blessed is the man that he said, basically it's good that you have seen, but blessed is the man that have not seen me in flesh and blood, man. When he asked Thomas to put his finger in his rib, okay? He said, blessed is the man that had not seen. That's the spiritual power. We haven't seen how Shai do the bread and the fish. We haven't seen him heal the lame. We haven't seen these amazing miracles. Spiritually we was there, but in our spirit we was there, but physically, with our own eyes, same carnal eyes, not there. So it's a blessed thing to wake up and see that as a truth. Believing in something that has never been done. Okay? People watch magic shows and still have doubt when they see it. Think of how Shai came now, man. It'll make it too easy, man. So we are blessed. It really takes a ordaining of the Most High to be woken up, man. Yeah.
All right, this is Strong's G 3958. It means to be affected or to have been affected, to feel or have a sensible experience, to undergo. In a good sense, to be well off in good case. In a bad sense, to suffer sadly, to be in bad plight.
And then go to the definition of this. Because it made it twofold. It said, to be well off in goodwill or in a bad sense. All right, like he was saying, and you can suffer for something good, or you can suffer for something wrong, like a shootout, getting shot, protecting your family. That's honorable. But getting shootout, get some gang shit. It's like, it'd be honor amongst them, but to the world, it's like, what the hell? If he wasn't in that gang shit, then that wouldn't have happened. All right, the same with us. All right, we are suffering. We're suffering for the Lord's sake, man. We can't be doing anything. All right, but our spirit is like, that ain't the right thing to do. All right, this is all I have. So this is what we're going to suffer for.
Sensible is an adjective, a statement or course of action chosen in accordance with wisdom or prudence.
Wisdom or prudence, go ahead.
Likely to be of benefit. I cannot believe that it is sensible to spend so much money. That's an example of a person. Possessing or displaying prudence, practical and functional rather than decorative.
What is the sensible thing to do? Mentally, logically, morally right, because there's a lot of logic in certain things, depending on what your foundation is. It's basically morally right. It's the best thing, right? Sensible.
This is 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 17. It says, "For it is better, if the will of the Most High be so, that ye suffer for well-doing than for evil-doing."
Right there, that you suffer for well-doing than evil-doing, man. All right, because you got to think about it. What's going to be more honorable to the Most High? For suffering for the right thing or suffering for the wrong thing? To be put in jail behind teaching his word, or be put in jail for selling drugs or something, man. All right?
Back to 1 Peter chapter 4 and in verse 2, it says that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High.
Basically, not trying to be a man pleaser. I'm gonna come kick it with y'all. I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing it, being around and da-da-da-da-da. Like, part of that is the sacrifice that comes with this, man. That's part of the suffering, the sacrifices that you have to make, all right? You might not have as much time with your child that you want. You might not have the job or the financial stability that you want, okay? But that's part of suffering, but the sacrifice is, hey, those good jobs might take all your time up and you ain't got time to study or do the work, man. Okay?
For the time past of our life may suffice us to have brought the will of the Gentiles. When we walked in lasciviousness, lust.
Yeah, when we walked in lasciviousness, that's that pretty much uncontrollable lust, man. Yeah, that uncontrollable, unbridled lust. You just whatever you want to do, you're gonna do it pretty much. All right? You can't stop sinning. All right? Hey, it goes back to the top where it's talking about suffering. It has ceased from sin. Okay? But that's something that we used to do. Like I said, read that again.
It says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
Yeah, have wrought the will of the Gentiles. What is the will of the Gentiles? To party, basically. To marry and to drink. You know what I'm saying? What's that YOLO, man? You only got one life, basically. So do what you can in this life, because ain't nothing else after this, and there was nothing before it, man. That's the will of the Gentiles. All right, to do all you can in this life, because ain't nothing coming after this, man. But the scriptures say otherwise. You can read in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, and it tells you how they think, man. Really on Esau, but Esau has put that mindset out here, all right, for you to, you only got one life to live and shit. So you do whatever you want to do in this life. You know what I'm saying?
It says, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine.
Yep, excess of wine, just drinking and drinking and drinking. Because what's that's going to call you to do? You be either out and about, or you might end up doing the wrong things. You might wreck your car. You might end up committing adultery. You might end up manslaughtering somebody if you get into a bar fight or something, man. All right, you can drink, you can chill, just do it at home. If you go out, like to a bar or something, make sure you know your limits, man. All right, speaking on myself as well.
It says in the book of Sirach, to add on to that, much wine increases the rage in a man. You know? It says excess of wine.
Well, it also says in Sirach, moderation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that ain't just with wine. That's with anything in this world, man. Because the scriptures also tell you use this world as not abusing it.
Yeah, I knew somebody that was eating healthy, quote unquote, and they was cutting out meat. You know, they was doing the protein thing, but there was like no cholesterol. And I'm like, you gotta eat cholesterol. Your body gotta run off something. You know, and it's like, no. You know, I'm telling you, you're gonna slim down fast. I'm like, okay, you need some fat. You know what I'm saying? You need cholesterol. And shit, almost died, man, doing that shit. You know, your body, even though cholesterol is bad, you need that, man. Same thing, I always go into the alkaline and the acidic. If you have a lot of basically cholesterol paddens your blood arteries, your vessels. It cushions it, so when that blood runs through it, it can run off those walls and curves and hit those turns. You know, it's like having the tires at the end of on the corners of the bumper cars. You know, but if you got a high alkaline, you know, that you just ain't taking no cholesterol in, then it ain't gonna be no wall. It's gonna be straight concrete. So when the blood hits that wall, what's gonna happen? It's gonna tear that wall up, man. And that wall is your arteries, and that's how you get ruptured arteries, man. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you gotta have a balance. You gotta find a balance. Because some people, they can't eat a burger at all. They probably eat a piece of chicken. Certain people gotta eat a bunch of pieces of chicken in order to keep it up. But you gotta find your balance, man. You know, and that's in life. That's with the scriptures. Certain people can read all day and retain. You know, just like if you reading, you find yourself reading and you just reading and you ain't even retaining no more. You just going. You just close the book up and find a different angle of educating yourself, man. You know, or pray to the Most High, or do like we do in boxing. You just sit back, go get you a sip of water, go get something to eat real quick, and get back to the scriptures. Okay, you just reset yourself, but don't sit there and just read from the morning all the way to night. You know what I'm saying? If you read the whole Bible one day, you ain't gonna receive everything out of it. Everything gotta be done in moderation and with control, man. You know? It was spar today, you know, like the guy run more than me. He was running up and down the street. And last time he ran, he kept telling me, come on, go, come on, go. But we sparred, he gassed out. Why? Because I was fighting in moderation. I threw my shots when it was time to throw shots. I ain't throwing all bolos. I'm breathing, I'm relaxed, which means I'm moderate and I control my energy. So when you're reading, you control your energy. When it's time to get it in, you read that and you don't know the definition, you go and you get it in right there. Or, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to